America.
We all live it in America.
Yes.
America, it's wunderbar.
That's a German.
Is that the actual song?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a
By America by Rammstein.
Yeah, Rammstein is a
Oh,
German
yeah.
band singing about America.
America.
So, welcome to another episode of The Lords of Lobang.
the Lords of Lobang.
Lots of Lobang, and today it's all about America.
The land of the free and the home of the brave.
Brave.
I've gone to saying our name in whispers.
Yeah.
That's how we sound right now. On the social media scale, ours is a whisper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
we are nobodies.
we are nobodies.
Yeah.
Yet. We are nobodies yet.
Yet.
We just have to go again on Joe Rogan podcast.
Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Because he's the Lord.
He's the Lord.
He's the Lord of podcasts.
Yeah.
LOP.
He made things big.
He's the OG.
He was up there with Bill Burr, Mark Maron, and
Yeah.
like few other podcasts, but this guy is the biggest.
And now he's the richest podcast, I think, in the world.
I think the highest paid.
Highest paid.
Highest paid.
Yeah, highest
Because he got 100 mil allegedly from Spotify.
paid. Spotify, yeah.
And then Michelle Obama got, I think, 60. Call Her Daddy got maybe around 40 something mil or
Right.
some shit like that.
Is that her name? Michelle Obama's one is called her daddy?
No, Call Her Daddy is a different podcast.
Oh, okay. Damn.
Call Her Daddy was on Barstool Sports,
Right.
and then they went through their controversies where they were ill-advised by another fella,
Right.
a guy that was dating one of the girls, and then the girls split up. The one who actually started a podcast, or the one who signed a contract,
Yeah.
was like, no, I will stay with Barstool.
Okay. Okay.
And then because of that controversy, she gained more followers and more people, more eyeballs.
Right.
Good enough, they made more people tune in, and Spotify was like, yeah,
We'll buy that lah. Basically.
yeah, you come on Spotify,
Right.
but then merchandise and everything, Barstool still can keep merchandise rights.
Is Michelle Obama on Spotify as well?
Yeah, I think she's on Spotify.
Oh
yeah,
shit! Wow. What does she talk about? Does she talk about
talk about how her husband did not do shit.
how her husband has failed America?
Yes.
Yeah. When he says change we can, he means change we can't.
To quote the late great Don Rickles, he was in the White House office just shooting free throws.
Or playing golf. or maybe smoking a
No,
blunt.
he had to be playing a black spot.
Maybe how about blackjack? Is there a black spot?
No, they play other sports.
Ah,
With cards involved, they play other things.
right,
Yeah.
right. Or maybe smoking a blunt.
Most likely.
Oh, crack pipe.
The crack pipe has a huge LA Dodgers logo. The LA.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
What are you looking for?
He never forgot his
No,
roots.
I wanted to see what you the current news on Joe Rogan. The reason why we're starting
Yeah.
this.
Okay,
So-
yeah.
so the good news is
wait,
that-
we are here to protect our Lord and Savior Joe
Yes.
Rogan.
And
Right? We won't allow his name to be sullied.
No. COVID wanted to take him, but he has been resurrected
Yeah.
from the
there you
grave.
He took COVID,
Yeah.
spun it up sideways, and then shoved it up someone else's, Anthony Fauci's candy ass, as The Rock would say.
Yes. Yeah.
For all you young kids, The Rock is Dwayne Johnson.
Dwayne
Fucking
Johnson.
Duane.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
the world's biggest movie star right now.
he is.
Yeah,
Yeah. He might
out
be,
of nowhere,
Yeah.
nowhere.
He might be fighting with Tom Cruise also lah.
No, I don't
Probably.
think.
Or he's
I don't
surpassed
think-
Tom Cruise.
I don't think he's got Tom Cruise. Like Tom Cruise was massive,
Right.
but now all of a sudden, from nowhere, out of nowhere,
I think it's
a
the
Samoan is
Yeah.
the world's biggest movie star.
I think it's the Fast and Furious franchise that
The
actually made
franchise,
him
yeah.
like fucking massive.
And it all started with Scorpion King.
Whoa. That one.
No, he was Scorpion King in The Mummy.
Yes.
Right, yeah,
Mummy
yeah.
Returns, right?
Yeah, the
The
Mummy
Mummy
Returns. Yeah,
Returns.
the
So he was
CG
just
on that was hilarious.
Hilarious. Yeah, looking
Yeah.
back at it.
All the memes that came out from it, and I was like, oh my god.
Dude, but even now, when I rewatch the movie The Mask,
Yeah.
I appreciate the CG.
Yeah,
The
yeah, it's
CG
good. It's good.
doesn't look ridiculous
Yeah.
anymore.
I think
But
it
the
was
way
because
they
it was-
recreate his face
Yeah.
for as a Scorpion King, in the
Yeah.
Mummy
Ah,
Returns,
yeah,
that
yeah,
that
yeah.
was, I mean,
I
not
think
too good.
The mask was because there was practical CGI, practical effects, right?
Yeah, I think so.
No,
I think
like,
so. Yeah.
Certain bits were really animated and all,
okay.
but I think even if you watch it now, you are like, okay, the movie is fun.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
And,
But
and also it's Jim Carrey lah.
yeah, it's Jim Carrey,
Yeah.
Cameron Diaz at her peak. peak.
Yeah. And then
Everything after that was downhill for
was
her.
downhill. Yeah.
Jim Carrey also, except for Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind.
Oh,
that
yeah.
was a really good movie, and I Love You, Philip Morris.
Yep.
In terms of quality, I'm not talking about
Yeah.
how it looked. He looked shit after after the mask. It really went downhill.
Apparently,
Yeah.
I think it was battling depression. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
know.
And Cameron Diaz, Charlie's Angel, she was good in that as well.
Charlie Angel.
No,
She was
Cameron Diaz could act, but
Yeah.
she looked the fittest
Yeah,
in,
in The Mask.
The mask.
Yeah.
In The
Okay.
Mask.
Yeah. The most bangable lah. The most bangable.
No,
Bang, bang,
when,
pussy.
when the mask came out, I think we were too young to.
It was
to
in like late 90s, right? Was
no,
it?
no, 94.
Oh shit.
94,
Yeah, I
94,
was like what, 6, 7 years old?
I was 7.
Dude, I
You're
watched
seven.
it on LD on Laserdisc.
Wow. It doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah,
You watch it on a system that you cannot buy right now.
You cannot buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't even have Sungai Road anymore to buy it.
I was
Actually-
7, and I think I watched it only a few years later.
Right.
Yeah.
If you have a laser disc player at home, I think now it's going to sell for $1,000.
Yeah.
It's going to be an antique.
It's
Really,
an
ah?
No, I just made up the money.
Yeah.
I just made up the amount.
Because I wanted to ask like that.
It could be worth
It
more.
could be no. Hold on to it.
Yeah.
Make sure it's it can
Go
still
on
work.
Carousel, see how much you can get for it.
But
No,
how?
that's
But
not
what's the
cannot.
connection device to your TV though? Is it the
RCA?
VG
RCA.
Wait, now no TVs is RCA though.
God.
You can have
RCA
adapters.
got
what?
lah.
You can have
What?
adap-
I
you
thought
can
that
have-
was all HDMI. Shit.
No, they got HDMI. They got RCA also.
Oh really? Yeah. Okay. Oh, dude, then keep it then.
Keep it.
No, we don't know whether I still have it or not.
Oh, but you gotta make sure that it works lah. Then you can sell it.
Yeah, but
it's gonna become an antique or like some
because it's
vintage
all
shit.
laser technology, what? It's
Yeah.
to the laser is to push the disc
Yeah, like how like vinyls are coming back. I think
Mm.
like laser
to
disc.
read the disc. Sorry, not to push.
Yeah. I think laser disc might come back though.
Why?
Sometime maybe cassettes might come
No,
back.
it
as
was
well.
just too big.
Yeah.
oh because like fucking
Actually,
massive,
you
right?
can go on YouTube, right? There's
Yeah.
this channel which actually spoke about did an entire video on mini disc
right.
Mm.
of how it was superior quality music,
Right.
but it just didn't catch on.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, because like the what do you call it? The technology was like patented,
Right.
and then there were other companies like Philips. They wanted to do something else, so they came up with like the different 8-track or whatever fuck shit, different kind of tape.
Right. Right.
And then Sony was the one that was pushing for mini disc.
yeah.
So they came up with it, and I remember, like, I don't know if you guys remember, like Sony, last time they used to send like Christmas catalogs to houses.
Mm.
So during like December, they will send you the catalog with all like PlayStation,
Mm. I
their
can't remember that.
laptops, like all the new technology, whatever
Mm.
new shit they're going
But
to
I
do.
remember mini discs.
Yeah, so they used to
Right.
send like the catalog, and you see like mini disc and Discman, and this was when we were in like primary school,
Mm.
early secondary school.
That was the cool stuff.
Yeah, and mini disc was damn cool, but it just didn't catch on.
Yeah, expensive.
It was like
and,
this small, man.
Expensive and
Yeah.
it was just one of those high tech equipment. It was like maybe those that day's age, like maybe the iPod.
Yeah, and the sad thing was that
didn't catch on.
But when
Oh,
CD-ROMs came out, it kind of made them antique, right? They kind of
what CD-ROMs?
yeah, compared
No.
to mini disc.
Mini disc is actually just a smaller version for you to bring music along with you, and you could record on a mini disc player,
Mm.
Ah, okay.
right? So it was literally a fucking Walkman, a
Mhm.
cassette Walkman on steroids lah.
Mm.
Smaller, slimmer. You can record, you can overwrite,
Right.
you can do loads of things,
Yeah.
but the music industry just didn't buy it.
Right.
They were using compact discs, CDs. You go to any disc store, they'll never sell you mini disc shit because it's small, not enough capacity.
Small.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Back
Okay.
then.
Yeah.
lah.
Yeah.
But back to Joe Rogan. What
The
comments
goat.
did he make?
The goat.
Okay,
So it was on his
so
Instagram, right?
okay, so what happened was Joe Rogan, the Lord Rogan actually went on a comedy tour, or he had a couple of shows. So he flew to the city where he was having a comedy tour,
This one.
drinking. He was drinking,
Yeah.
and he was playing pool and drinking till like 3:30.
Like a man. Like
a man. 3 a.m. in the morning. Went back to his hotel room, woke up the next day, felt a little bit shit, but he still went on with his day, finished the comedy shows, and flew back home to Austin, Texas. And he was feeling the effects because
Mm.
he's in his 50s,
Right.
right? And he's on testosterone replacement technology and all this kind of shit.
Yeah.
So he's not going to feel like he's 20,
Yeah.
correct?
Right.
So at that point, he took a COVID test.
COVID.
Oh shit. Right.
And the COVID test was positive.
No.
He
Okay.
panicked.
Our Lord and
He
Savior.
didn't panic.
He
He didn't
pa- he
panic.
panicked.
Okay, and let's add that he's unvaccinated, right?
Right.
So he didn't panic. He already had a system in place.
Right.
He planned for this, right? He was like, if this ever happens, immediately I'm going to approach these people, these doctors, who will provide me with XYZ treatments that I will take instead of the vaccine.
Right.
And those treatments were some weird form of antibiotics, IV, vitamin C, Ivermectin, and there was like some other nutrient shit that he was
Magnesium and zinc and all that
zinc,
shit.
yeah,
lah.
yeah, all this kind of shit, right?
Yeah.
So he was on that for like 3 days
Right.
straight,
Right.
and then he felt better,
Right.
right?
Hmm.
And after that, he tested himself for COVID.
Yeah.
Negative.
Negative.
Yeah, so he was negative, and then he was like, okay, now
Yeah.
I'm all good. I feel good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's got no worms.
I've got nothing wrong with me. I'm gonna go back and do whatever I'm used to be doing.
Yeah.
Started a podcast again. First guest, Tom Segura.
Right. Oh, I need to watch
Right?
that.
So
Yeah.
they open up the podcast talking about, and then Joe Rogan immediately is like, "Oh, should I sue CNN?"
Right.
Okay, when he posted that I'm COVID negative, saying that I need to cancel the other shows or whatever shit.
COVID positive, you mean?
COVID positive.
Yeah.
Yeah, COVID positive. Sorry, COVID positive. Media outlets started running with that.
Right.
They are like, look
Look at this man.
at this. This fella is the poster boy for
Fake news. Yeah.
non-vaccination news, and all this kind of shit. He has
Yeah.
been denying all this kind of shit. So now he's positive, and look at him. He's gonna be ill and all this kind of shit. So learn from him. But when he recovered so quickly
Yeah.
with all the different treatments that he got,
Yeah.
then it was a totally different shit. They started attacking him, saying that, oh, look at this guy, he's not vaccinated. Now he's peddling horse dewormer to the world.
Right.
This is dangerous.
Right.
People are going to be so fucked up listening to his advice.
Mhm.
He's not a doctor. This guy doesn't know shit. All these kind of things were said. So he was like, yeah, I think I should sue CNN
Yeah.
for spreading misinformation.
Yeah.
Number one,
Yeah.
ivermectin is not only a horse dewormer.
Yeah.
It actually got a Nobel Peace Prize for human usage,
Right.
right?
It's an
So
anti-parasitic
yes,
medication.
anti-parasitic medication. So it is not only animal medicine.
Right.
It's also capable of being used on humans.
Which I'm sure CNN did not mention that at all.
Correct.
Yeah,
No,
but-
they
but-
they
but-
won't mention it.
but for
Right.
parasites.
Right.
So you can see the thing, because if COVID is classified as a virus,
Yeah.
not a parasite.
Can I ask, like, did he ever review what symptoms he had? Like fever, chills, cough?
Yes. Yeah, he did
He had
reveal
all
it.
that lah. Yeah.
No. So he was saying that he felt like shit first. Like
Right.
he was feeling lethargic. He had the sniffles, all this.
Sniffles.
As I was listening to that, I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
you were on booze, you barely slept,
Yeah.
and then you woke up the next day. Most likely, you thought that you were still fucking capable of doing a workout.
Yeah. And then he couldn't lah, basically.
He couldn't, but he still did the show, and then he flew back to his home,
Yeah.
So
and he thought he could just drink water and sleep it off.
Yeah.
But it's a guy who's in his 50s.
what test
Yeah.
did he take anyways?
But to be fair,
Huh?
he took the PCR. Or
No. Antibody test.
Oh, that's all.
Yeah.
So that one also okay.
But to be fair, him in his 50s, he looked fit lah. For
Yeah,
for a guy.
he's on testosterone replacement
People.
therapy,
Right.
TRT,
Right.
right? So that is why he looks yoked
Yeah. And
Because
also he
he's
works out regularly and everything, and
while he's on TRT,
yeah.
right?
And
so
he eats
it-
healthy as well. He's not like having McDonald's every other day lah. You know?
Correct.
Yeah.
So he felt like shit because he was doing something that he usually does not do.
Mm.
He usually does not binge on booze.
Yeah.
stay awake and play pool,
Yeah.
and then go and sleep.
You mean like the normal man?
Yeah.
He's not doing what normal people do.
No, normal people don't go to sleep at 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
They go to sleep at 6.
Exactly. Like Sean. and then you wake up past 6 and you come by Toto and we can't win.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
Missed
That's why a
out.
podcast is not as big as it could be.
Yeah.
Because
So the
Total
the
experience.
main agenda that
Yes.
we have to explain out here is that the news agencies, so all the news channels, right, CNN, MSNBC, even Fox News lah, let's be honest, all of them are propped up by the pharmaceutical industry,
True.
right?
Yeah.
And if they're propped up and you've got two big giants who are benefiting from this
You
pandemic,
can't ensure that integrity there. Lah.
correct?
I mean, you ensure it based on words, saying like, we have our journalistic integrity, don't question us, we report news on. But you can see the conflict of interest there.
Of
when
course.
when it's so
No,
out there.
your words don't count for
And yeah,
shit.
and in I mean, from lawyers' point of view, words are win. I mean, if it could be you can write it down and all that, but when there's proof of conflict of interest, that's already
Yeah.
once it's there. I mean, it's,
And then what am I supposed to say? If you say so, I
because
agree with you.
That's why
I-
there's conflict of
I
interest.
take your word for
Usually
it,
you remove
yeah.
yourself. Usually you always have to remove the conflict of interest. But in American style, it's like there's other ways around it lah. And it's not seen as a conflict of interest, just seen as investments. They have nothing
Actually, it's
to
not even American,
do- It's everywhere. Oh,
it's
sorry. Yeah,
everywhere.
sorry.
It's everywhere.
Sorry.
right?
Sorry.
So Rogan was like, "Hey, fuck, what the fuck? The misinformation is not coming from me.
Mm.
It's coming from all these news outlets, where they are purposefully censoring out or not giving the public information, saying that, wait, this drug is not only used for horses or fucking cattle, humans also use it."
Yeah, but it's got more impact when you say, like, for me, the same thing. I ever heard of Ivermectin, horse. It was for horse medication. I was like wondering, immediately, so layman thinking is, why would you want to use horse medicine on a person? That's all I knew. I was like, what? In what world would you want to use horse medicine for a
Mm-mm.
person?
And
Then,
and even before this, hydroxychloroquine.
I don't know what that is.
Okay, so that is also another drug that was used to was prescribed for people who had malaria and all those kind of other.
Is it also
other-
anti-parasitic?
I don't think so. I think it's respiratory drug, right?
I see.
But it was drummed up by Donald Trump.
Oh yeah, he
So
said.
so
oh,
it
okay.
was really easy for companies like CNN and MSNBC
Mm.
to come out and just discredit the entire drug because Donald Trump spoke about it. Hey, but Donald Trump is not the fucking inventor of the drug.
No.
He is being advised by people in his cabinet, in his administration, saying that, hey, there are other drugs that we can actually recommend. Right? And then it just doesn't fall in line.
With the FDA and all that.
Not
Uh,
even the FDA. The people who are pushing forth the agenda, saying that the vaccine
So
is
it goes
the
all the
only
way back
out.
to follow the money trail. Just
Correct.
To follow who stands to earn the most money and then see how people are reacting to it. It's like, is this not recommended because it's not bringing money? It's full free patent or it's like no patent on it. It can be used freely.
Correct. Any pharmaceutical
nobody
company
owns it. Yeah.
can
Then-
produce it
then
because
yeah,
they
it's
can get
bad
the
for you.
recipe. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it goes back to the that whole little thing that they're all about. And now we're also reminded, but from yesterday, for us it's yesterday, for them it's today. About
Wait. Before we go on to that, because
Mhm.
that one is another one.
No, because
but-
of yeah.
Yeah, we can. The other one we have discussed quite
Mm.
a bit lah on our podcast. But this main this topic of Joe Rogan and Ivermectin and all, right?
This infinite protection he needs from us to
No,
protect his good name.
yeah, his good name or whatever. He's the lord of podcasts. But the thing is that
We are the lords of Lobang.
we are the lords of Lobang.
Yeah.
So we are one level beyond him. Right?
Oh shit.
And the thing is that he is also a gatekeeper,
Mm.
right? Joe Rogan is a gatekeeper.
For podcast lah.
No, not for podcasts, for certain things, right?
Right.
He makes for all the diverse podcast guests that he has had on.
Yeah.
He also has had guests on who were ridiculous,
Right.
who were there to just purely promote some shit.
Chaos.
He had Miley Cyrus on, and Miley Cyrus was utter crap.
Right.
You could hear that he was not interested. But Miley Cyrus is going to bring eyeballs onto the podcast.
Yeah. How long was that episode though? I want to wonder.
Yeah, it was.
They even
Dude,
hit 2 hours.
Like when he asked the question, right, and then she spoke, right.
yeah.
I was like, holy shit, this guy is 50, like in his 50s.
Yeah.
She sounds like she's in
Oh
her
yeah, with her
50s.
voice, right?
Her
Wow.
voice.
Wow.
That's her voice is the definition of like gargling cigarettes for breakfast. Like holy shit, that's mad.
That might be true actually.
Yeah,
Probably
right?
true.
And
So wait, hang on. Miley Cyrus was her boyfriend some homeless guy at some point,
No, what?
right?
I have
She
no
went.
clue.
She went
Was
from a Hemsworth to a homeless person.
Wasn't she dating some
I've-
homeless guy that
I've
she
no clue.
took off the streets and something and then
Really,
like
I have no clue. But I've seen pictures of her taking a piss on the side of the road.
what, vagina out, everything, and
Yeah.
she's taking a piss?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow. For a girl who's a is she still a multi-millionaire?
Yeah,
Prob-
yeah,
probably.
multi-millionaire.
Probably
Yeah.
lah.
I mean, find a fucking toilet lah, or just find a hotel that you just pay some money and use the fucking bathroom.
Hey, life, man.
Huh?
You got so much money, but you need excitement.
Oh, true.
So you need drugs.
You need to piss on the street.
You need to piss.
You
on
need
the
you need
street.
paparazzi to take a photo of your fucking vagina as you're on the fucking
You need
pissing.
peer snips.
You need
you
you-
need
Hey,
everything.
some people get turned on by it.
You need YouTube
Re-
to stop giving
rec-
me too
recently
fucking
on-
advertisement.
Recently
every
on Pornhub, quite a number of videos that are being promoted to me are of girls pissing. I don't know why.
Based on your previous searches.
Yeah,
Or at
I-
least one search when you were a little bit high.
I wrote squirt, but somehow I became
Oh, okay.
pissed. So I'm not sure what happened.
Well,
Yeah.
in some cases they're interchangeable, right?
Maybe,
Sometime it's,
maybe.
Yeah, but yeah, we come back because you mentioned squirting. Joe Rogan.
I just want to
Yeah.
let them hear her voice.
pool and hoping you know how to swim.
That's
That's
her.
the only way. There was no way I could have prepared for the amount of
To anyone, I just wanted because
Were you shocked?
Holy
yeah,
shit,
so,
dude.
So you see, the thing is that sometimes
Yeah.
people think we make things up. This is how she sounds.
balance. I would have to learn to kind of teeter because, at one point, again, it went from, it was school, then it went from, how much weed can I actually smoke and still play a teenage superstar on the Disney Channel?
Dude, she sounds like she smoked 3 packs a day.
Yeah.
3 packs of cigarettes a day. And maybe like 5 cigars.
It's not even
Yeah.
Marlboro, it's Palmer.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Goodness
And
gracious.
Palmer with the string still inside.
it hurts when she has a lower voice.
And
than
maybe
me.
her cigars are those like $5 cigars that you get off the street corner.
From
Damn.
Walmart. Yeah. But see, that's the thing. Joe Rogan interviews everyone and anyone to a certain extent,
Mhm.
right? And he is just following what the masters are actually instructing him to do.
Masters.
Mike Baker
Yeah.
sent him a fucking email.
Oh, yeah. Probably.
Said to him,
A memo lah.
you see, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, Joe.
Yeah. You've done well for
You
yourself.
have, you have done well.
Yeah.
100 mil from Spotify. We've got our people in there.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we'll bump it up
To
a
get
little
here
bit.
from
Yeah.
Fear Factor. My
And-
goodness.
Yeah, so yeah, Fear Factor and then nothing else,
Yeah.
right? Now you are fucking making bank.
Exactly.
But, you've got all daughters, I heard.
Yeah. And you remember who
And
brought
your
you
wife-
here?
And your wife is a piece. But
Yeah.
the thing is that, you want it to be continuing. You don't want something drastic happening to your life and your
Yeah.
children's life.
You want it to be smooth sailing.
Smooth sailing.
And then when you turn to the last page of the memo, you see the date at the bottom of it's a photograph.
Yeah.
The date at the bottom writes Dallas, Texas, 1963, and then the photo was taken from the grassy knoll, and you see 2 sharpshooters behind the fence, and then you see a open top car in the background,
Yeah.
and then it's JFK, and then it's like, yeah, we did it.
And then the postscript is saying you're not far away from Dallas.
Yeah.
you put the fucking distance between Dallas and Austin.
Yeah.
Austin, Texas,
Yeah.
and Dallas.
Yeah.
Texas.
You're closer to us
and
now.
unlike him, you stick out like a sore thumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
have
only
a-
need
have
one.
Clear, yeah.
We only need one.
And now that you're bald,
Even in darkness, we can see the reflection of the street lamps
Yeah.
on your fucking like head,
Yeah.
your bald head.
right. So
Yeah.
You don't want that magic bullet.
you can't run.
Yeah.
You don't want that magic
You
bullet.
can't hide from us, Joe Rogan.
And we're not going to send fucking MMA fighters to take you out.
yeah. We're going to send professionals.
You're going to send people with guns.
Yeah.
So this fella is just perpetuating the entire myth that there's something called the COVID-19 virus and all this kind of shit.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing. The discussion has gone so far because the goalposts are forever shifting. Right? Same thing. People, by the time they can question the virus, goes on to the next thing.
Right.
There's a
Mutation,
variant.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's a
Delta
mutation.
variant.
Now we are discussing the world at large discussing whether our vaccine's the only way of treating it. Now there's ivermectin.
Yeah.
Or there's hydroxychloroquine.
Yeah.
So now the discussion has veered from whether there was a virus
to
just
how to treat it.
to how to treat it. So now the virus is now established already.
Right.
You guys talking about the existence of the virus, you guys are nut jobs.
Right. But it also says something that he's not vaccinated though. So he personally, I think he doesn't believe in the vaccine.
Yeah, he said
No,
before,
he-
if you're healthy and you're young, you shouldn't
You
don't
shouldn't
have to
get the
yeah.
vaccine lah. And he got a lot of flack for that as well. So I don't know.
Because he knows.
He still has to be edgy, one. That's one of his draw.
Right.
Like the people that listen to him want to feel like he's not on that side,
Right.
and
No, but I sent you guys another article. So now federal employees in the United States have to be vaccinated.
Is it
There's a
by law?
mandate. There's
Is
a
it?
mandate.
Oh shit, okay.
right. But Biden, his staff,
not mandated.
Congress, no need.
So what's the deal
Wow.
with that?
Surely there has to be a lot of pushback though.
No, Newsweek released this. Which other mainstream media outlet is talking about this?
Wow.
So the state of Florida
yeah.
was like, nah, this is not going to happen. We're going to sue the fucking thing. So Florida, there's a lawsuit. So
Yeah.
so now there's an injunction there.
Yeah.
So what the fuck is going on? How can laws just be passed saying
Right.
that one section of people must put it on,
Yeah.
but
The other
people,
section
the
no.
people who pass the laws don't need.
But if the virus is so deadly, right, and which the Democratic Party has been preaching it to the general public and to the fellow Americans, wouldn't you assume that all of Biden's staff have been vaccinated already?
So wait, let's not forget.
Yeah.
The Democratic Party was against the vaccines when Donald Trump was in office.
That is true. That is true.
They were
And
like,
how,
no.
And
How do we know these are safe?
and how quickly people forget?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So it becomes like I don't know. It becomes like storytelling lah.
Yeah.
Like fucking like as a child you want to sleep at night and then you ask your parents, hey, read me a story so I can fall asleep.
Mm.
And then they just cook up some bullshit and then tell you some stupid shit and then you're like, yeah, I'm tired now. I want to close my eyes.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
And this entire COVID thing, right, is no different from what Sean was trying to segue into earlier on. 9/11. And, we happen to be on the 20th anniversary of 9/11.
Anniversary.
Right?
Yeah.
It's no different from that.
Yeah. That is true.
If you were to actually open your eyes and go look at the facts, the story behind how both these incidents or this catastrophic events actually came about, it is so suspicious. It's so fucked up. But people just don't want to bother about it.
There's a reversal of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, reversal of his
And-
vaccine mandate. Yep. Because it was saying that he didn't want it, then now he does. And like we wanted to go back. It is the 20th anniversary of the 9/11 disaster, which I think still some people debate is an internal, internal work. Well, those are opinions and not backed by anything. We're not saying it is or it isn't. But if you look at it, once again, we want to trace the, follow the money. And I think we covered it before. It was about the engineers that go into it, the other buildings that went down, who had insurances on those buildings. You look at those and you have to wonder. Because none, you see how, like, as much as you don't want to fault people for, benefiting from a tragedy, you have to, there are circumstances that led up to it that raises the questions like, hey, do these people know about it?
Yeah.
Just like, how some people question Pearl Harbor. Did the Americans know about Pearl Harbor and just chose not to warn them?
Yeah.
So to wake, because if you look at the history of it, the American people don't necessarily want to go to war. Like most of the war things, most of the reason why they go into war is because something happened to them, and it triggers the reaction.
Yeah.
For World War II, it was Pearl Harbor that triggered them into more active participation into it that led to the ending of the war. Then for the rest of them, I'm not sure about the Korean War and the Vietnam War, but I think there's also triggers here and there, right?
Oh, if you actually go deep into it, the Korean War was being planned after World War II, and Vietnam was also being planned after World War II.
Yeah, but they had to get some kind of trigger to allow the Americans to agree to it, right? Or did they just push straight for it?
The CIA was already in there to send troops. That needed a trigger. So the trigger for Vietnam was the Gulf of Tonkin. So apparently there was a American warship on the Gulf of Tonkin, and it got shot down by Vietnamese missiles or whatever.
Made from what, straw?
Must be lah.
Yeah, stones, sticks and stones.
They catapulted bolts of fur.
Hit the fuel tank, and then it blew up the whole thing. Is it?
Correct. Yeah.
Holy crap! Wow, that's accurate. Man. Those Viet Congs, damn.
Those beef meatballs.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I heard they're damn tasty though.
They're damn tasty.
They are.
Yeah,
I
damn
think
tasty.
that's what they thought. So they allowed a boat. Once again, we're creating stories with facts that I don't know about.
This is the Lobang speculation.
Yeah. So they let a boat going out selling fur. And then when he got on board, it's like, surprise, motherfucker! Boom.
Boom.
Yeah.
Down.
Yeah.
Outrage. Vietnam War. And then later it was the same outrage that brought them back.
No, they lost.
I think it's both pressure at home and they lost.
No, they realized that
it's a lost cause. It's lost
it
cause.
was a lost cause. They couldn't win.
There was too much losses there. They were not making any.
Too many people are dying.
So there was backlash at home and said like, come home lah. I think Korea is the same thing that just led to the 38th parallel.
And the television played a big part also in turning the public opinion against the Vietnam War.
And then it came down to this 9/11 stuff. I think you said it earlier that the media plays it up. So 9/11, the first when it was leaked, it was a quiet morning. Everything was very quiet, and then it happened, and all the news was like, we're getting news now that 2 planes whacked into.
At least for the next 3 days, it was all just 9/11.
All 9/11, and then it happened. It's a huge tragedy. No one's questioning that it's tragic. No one's saying that. Yeah. It's now that people, after it's all done, America had its cause to go to war with terrorists in another country, Afghanistan. Nothing to do with anything else there. It's just pure, we want to hunt down Osama bin Laden. That's our target. Pakistan is, people are harboring him. We're going to attack you too. You guys have to be honest. Look at what they did to us. Let's do it. Let's invade Afghanistan. Let's go in the full force of everyone. This is a just cause.
Right.
They've harmed us. We're hunting this guy down. Nothing else. No, nothing else.
Yeah.
No motives whatsoever.
Right.
It's pure. We're just going to hunt him down. Okay. Then the question is like, why have you occupied them here? Why have you introduced this? I can't go through because I don't. But they started introducing elements that don't play a part. It's like, I thought you were just hunting him. Why are you now occupying them this much? Oh no, because it's a constant threat of the Taliban. They're
Also because they have raw materials.
Nothing to do with lithium. Nothing.
No, not oil.
How dare you?
Wait, no. Before the lithium, there was other things. What?
Poppy
There's
plants.
Poppy.
Yeah,
Poppy plants.
No. How dare
Opium.
you? It's got nothing to do with that.
But surely the main reason why they
it's
invade
Osama.
Afghanistan is to find Osama.
Osama.
Right, the man responsible for everything.
Yes. And where did we find him in the end? Pakistan.
In 10 years later.
10 years later,
Yeah.
in Pakistan. You sure it's
Because
him?
Afghanistan is a huge country and there's a lot of hills.
Yeah. You sure it's him? You sure you got him? Yeah.
Have
we
you
shot
tried-
him and we burned him.
Have you tried?
No. We buried him at sea.
Sorry.
Yeah.
We shot him and buried him at sea. Why? We need to see the body. Boom.
Because
Can't see his
he's
face.
so evil that you can't see his
Yeah, we
face.
shot his face.
Have you tried climbing Bukit Timah Hill at 1 p.m. in the afternoon? It's so hot. Imagine searching every fucking mountain or hill in Afghanistan.
And then getting so
It's
angry.
impossible.
Yeah,
You can't do it.
Can't do
You
it.
can't do it.
Then how do you
Yeah.
find him in Pakistan?
You need 10 years.
Through
Informants.
Through informants and
Through
hard
torture
work.
in Abu
Yes.
Ghraib.
Yeah.
Yes. But
That's how we find
You were
him.
searching for him in Afghanistan. You found him. You killed him.
Yeah.
You buried him in the sea for some reason. didn't give him trials. Oh no, like he's so evil. Just
We
to
can't
kill
have
him.
a trial.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We can't bring him back to
we
New York
can't bring him.
City.
Why?
Exactly, we
Why?
can't.
Oh, there was a chance that he could be. Oh, they
He'll
just
be
shot-
looked at as a martyr.
Ah,
Yeah,
so you
there's
shot
a
him
chance he might have been already
Yeah.
dead.
So you didn't want to make him a martyr, but you shot him in the face, didn't give him a fair trial, or any trial, sorry, not fair trial, just shot him in the face, didn't give him anything, and you buried him at sea. Like, that's so respectful that everybody's like, oh yeah, let's not follow him.
Yeah, what
They're just going to shoot us and dump us in the water.
what about the other terrorists who were actually Saudis? Have we investigated Saudi Arabia?
No,
excuse me.
you see, the 19
know what you're talking
hijackers,
about.
right?
Yeah.
That is according to the American government. Got no proof on it.
Yeah, no.
Oh yeah.
Ah.
Right.
This whole story, I tell you,
My uncle
But
says it's correct one.
Wait, hang on. Oh, but even then, when they come into America, it was Saudi passport.
Saudi
How they got
Correct.
Saudi passport?
correct. But this one, is, I tell you, correct means correct.
Ah.
You don't ask me question.
It's proven, okay? What's the
I
proof?
tell you
Proven.
correct. And you
Ah.
ask me,
when-
you ask me, then where I going to go ask for
hey,
evidence?
hey,
when the
cannot.
Hey, calm down. But
hey, when the
But-
government
Correct is correct.
hey, when the government say correct means correct.
Ah.
Correct.
Don't question.
so this one U.S. government, pure heart one, pure,
Yeah.
no other
Our
intention.
government would never lie to
Yeah.
us.
Their government will never
our
lie to
government
them.
not the same.
Our government asked me
Never.
jump, I say how high.
Yeah, the CIA had
Yeah.
nothing to do with the outbreak of cocaine in the 1980s.
No,
nothing.
nothing. That one.
Nothing. They did all they could to prevent it from coming in, but it
I
just
tell
broke out.
you, black people tell lies.
Yeah, that's what they said. And then it comes back to questions like, okay, 10 years later they found him, they shot him, they killed him, and then they buried him in the sea. No proof whether the person was really him. Just take our word for it. We went in, we were so hardcore. Pakistan, yeah. Don't question us because you see, it's a tragedy that happened to us. And only we
Then
get.
Pakistan was like, yeah, you come in,
Yeah,
you do
just come.
whatever fuck you want.
It's like,
Hey,
all right, so now you can you can leave Afghanistan. No, the Afghan people need us. We've established ourselves so much. It's constant war against the Taliban.
the president is dependent on our good faith.
Our
on
good
Ameri-
faith. So
on
we're gonna
America's good faith.
We're going to invest in them with your money, your taxpayers' money, and only in the very interest in security for Afghan, because we're kind people. We care about other people. We want to help them out. Nothing to do with the fact that we created this shit a long time ago when they were fighting against the Soviets.
The Soviets, yeah.
Nothing to do with that. That's in the past. We're now doing everything for Afghan. We're training them. We're giving the best weapons in the world. 10 years later, we're pulling out. Why? It's not our fault. Look at them. We gave them everything they needed, but they couldn't do anything.
They don't want to fight.
They don't want to fight.
They don't want to look
We
after
can't
each other.
give them
What
the will
fuck?
to fight. It's like, 20 years, can't give
Yeah.
them the will to fight. Fine. It's like 20 years. So where's the blame here? You train them for 20 years and then they gave up, but they are to blame.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then you're pulling out with what happened to humanitarian? You're just gonna let the Taliban take over. You know how horrible you said they were. You know how horrible you said the Taliban were.
They're fucking horrible, dude.
No, that's
They're
according.
fucking-
No, but you see, that's according to America.
Yeah, they don't allow women to drive. They don't allow women to vote. We need more women to do more things.
But see, Josie, I
Yeah.
think what I'm going to say, we just touch on it and then we can move forward, because this one, right, we can have a whole other episode because it's all philosophical, right?
right, yeah.
There are people within Afghanistan, right, who are happy that the Taliban is back in power.
Yeah, because how their current the previous US democracy thing didn't work.
It didn't work.
They didn't work. They were not able to establish a democratic government, or if they did, somehow it
was
just didn't work
corrupted.
because it was
Yeah.
corrupted.
No, it was
It
corrupted.
wasn't able to protect the people from fucking shit.
Well,
So they're
according
like,
to
yeah, it didn't
the
work.
Afghan soldiers, if you want to believe them, you have to believe the other way. The Afghan soldiers said they are not as well fed as you're led to believe.
No,
Not as-
apparently they were not being paid as well.
not being paid as well as you thought. Not
but then the
being
American
fed.
government said that they
No.
$300 million.
Right.
A lot, billions.
No, 300 million went
Oh.
into training and paying the Afghan military and police force.
Right.
And the
So
Afghan
they had
soldiers-
money to pay them
Right.
from when they established the democratic Afghan government and all
Yep.
this kind of shit, right?
Yep.
So why were these soldiers, police officers and all
Yeah.
not willing to fight?
Good question. Yeah. Good
Right?
question. Yeah.
Why did all these soldiers who had equipment,
Yeah.
American equipment,
American high-tech equipment, which
High-tech
is now in the
stuff.
hands of the Taliban.
allegedly,
Allegedly. Yeah.
why weren't these people there prepared to fight for their families, their loved ones, and all?
Yeah.
All of them just cut and run.
Is there a trail we can see? No, Afghani.
I guess
they
in
didn't
interest
keep
of
proper
self-preservation lah. Just
Yeah,
like,
okay,
fuck this shit.
self-preservation, but at the cost of them going back under Taliban rule.
Yeah.
And what the Taliban is going to do is going to say that let's go back to what we know best.
Yeah. But apparently they came out to say that we want to be more progressive.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not going to prosecute anyone who worked with the Americans as a translator or shit like that. I mean, they say it lah.
They say
Of course, you know why? Now, they have learned from their
the
mistakes.
lessons.
Right.
They've learned lessons from their mistakes.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, we don't need to be so harsh.
Hmm?
Let's do things slowly.
Or do things behind the
And
media's
we'll
eye.
wait for China to come in
Yeah.
and take our resources and pay us. You see,
Yeah.
it's just a change
Yeah.
in the country that's going to be plundering the
I'm
resources.
still waiting for
That's
one.
it.
I'm
Right.
still waiting for one of the Talibans to come on and say "Ni hao," everybody.
Ah.
It's like, welcome.
Yeah.
to,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome
Then,
to.
or to see like a Chinese telco sign, you know,
Yeah,
one of
Chinese
the
telcos.
then you know
First-
that
First tower erected for 5G.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh,
5G.
it's gonna be
So
that.
I
It's
can
gonna be
talk-
that.
I
Jack
can-
Ma will be sent to
Yeah.
Afghanistan to set up his office.
I can talk to my compatriots in Kabul all the
Yeah.
way from down south of Afghanistan. Fast connection.
It's one of the things Colonel Al Fletcher Proudy actually said that you can't force people who don't want democracy to have democracy
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's a
because they
process.
don't believe in it.
It was
Yeah.
a process, right?
Yeah.
That's true.
It
Yeah.
was a process. I mean, how did you start out?
Yeah.
How did you?
Yeah.
How did
And,
you
and,
start
and,
out?
and I'm sure that the people who invade Afghanistan or who orchestrated this movement, they know this. And then, but they're using this democracy thing, us versus them, to appease
How
the general
dare
public.
you
To
accuse
make
them
it
of
to make it seem like the other side is evil,
Mm.
the other side is controlled by a tyrant. We need to go in there and save them, so that people will be like, yeah, we need to be the good guys, right?
that? Yeah,
But the
yeah, yeah.
people who are in power, they're like, no, we just want whatever that they have.
Yeah.
So that we can
And
be rich.
And the most abhorrent thing is that for people to bring around democracy and say that we need to spread it around, like as if democracy ever worked.
Mm.
It has
on,
never worked.
on the outside, yes.
No, it has certain points that need to function in a certain way, so that people do not uprise.
True.
So that they don't veer away from democracy into any other ways of
Well,
government.
I
Yeah.
mean, democracy works like this. Everyone gets a vote, except you because you don't match this requirement, and you because you don't have a job, and you because you've not been in the country for this,
And you because you went to prison.
And you. So
Yeah.
who actually has a vote? Him who is here for a lot of time and has vested interest in this. And you because you supported my party, and you. The rest of you, sorry,
Yeah.
but don't worry. They have your interest in their minds. Don't
And
worry about it.
ultimately, I will have your interest.
I
in
have
mind.
your
Yeah.
interest in mind. Vote for me because I have your interest in mind. That's how democracy works. That's how democracy now works. Democracy in plain thing, just like communism and all that. Communism is everyone's equal. One person decides for everybody, fine. Everyone's equal. Everyone's happy
And that person is going to be the person for everyone.
for everyone. Yeah. So democracy, I was like, you vote for that one person and that
Yeah.
one group, and they will have all your things.
Yeah,
in mind.
but right now when you look at like global governments, right? There's no real you look at
it's not one fixed thing.
yeah,
It's
there's
not
no one fixed
democracy.
thing.
It's not
there's no
communism,
socialism. There's no
it's-
capitalism. Like it's
all-
always a
it's
mixture of
It's a
both.
fusion.
It's a fusion
It's
of both, right?
fusion
Like
and
Scandinavian countries are
yeah.
all capitalist, socialist country.
And the
Yeah.
difference between the Taliban and the invading, in Americans, it's mainly just cultural. It's how they treat each other in a sense. Like
Yeah.
you just said, they don't allow their women to drive. They don't allow their women to vote. They give more. Their punishments are all very archaic. Also, like very you chop off one arm, you steal again, you chop off the other arm.
Yeah.
You manage to steal one more time. I don't know what they're going to chop off your legs. So, it's just barbaric in your sense. You don't agree with it, but again, these are people who grew up
Yeah.
and have this fixed mentality about that,
Yeah.
and they're not educated. They have no other means to survive other than this route.
So I mean,
But-
it's one thing to look from the outside and say, yeah, this is barbaric
It's
and
barbaric.
it should change. It's another thing to be, let's invade the country.
Yeah, and then
and
force
then
them
force them
to-
to our ways.
to our ways. And these people only
Yeah.
know that they,
and then
they
more people will die.
they've got no education. They don't not get educated the way we everyone else is. They've grown up to learn. We hunt, we kill. That's ours. Stealing is bad. There's one thing in common is that they recognize that thievery is bad.
Yeah.
But sharp is very
you know what's
harsh.
worse than stealing? Women driving.
Uh,
Because then more people will die.
yeah,
And they knew about this from the beginning of time.
yeah, they shouldn't.
That's
drive,
why.
They
So maybe they knew something that we all didn't know.
You have said that like multiple times.
Say what? Multiple times.
The woman driving shit.
Yeah. Because women shouldn't drive.
Hey, but you know, Afghanis and Saudis are actually really, really good scientists. They have
That's
done
true.
social experiments for hundreds of years.
Right.
And they've realized that women and machinery don't go hand in hand.
yeah. Yeah.
Women and childbirth goes hand in hand. Because
Women in
nature
the kitchen.
intended.
Yeah.
Women in kitchen goes
Yeah.
hand in hand.
So
Because
hand in hand. Yeah.
nature
It's a
intended
It's a
for them
feminist,
to be
it's a
there.
feminist nightmare right
Where's
now.
a kitchen? Usually a kitchen is
Yeah.
somewhere sheltered.
Right.
You know, the fire source has been blocked out so
Yeah.
the wind doesn't blow it away.
Yeah.
No accidents happen and everything. It's usually in a safe area because you don't want drinking water to be contaminated. You don't want food to be contaminated.
Yeah.
And then you put the person who you don't want to be contaminated
With them.
with
Yeah.
whatever you
Yeah.
don't want to be
So-
contaminated.
Yeah.
Right? So these kind of things, right? If you go back in time and looked at the reasoning, the logic behind why
Yeah.
all this shit happened, you could justify it.
Well,
Right.
Right?
yeah.
That is
But
true.
with modernization, globalization, all these kind of different things, the Western world went further in terms of progress. Open inverted fucking
yeah.
in quotation, right? They progressed way further compared to the Middle Eastern countries.
Yeah.
Really quick.
Yeah, but if you go back in the ancient time, actually, Persia was the place of like arts and science and like
Yes,
astronomy and math and all that kind of shit.
Correct.
Yeah, but I don't know now. I guess no, but here's the thing: like most women take it as an insult when you say like women belong in the kitchen. But why isn't it? It shouldn't be insult. It should be a compliment because then they can train their craft to become good.
You know why?
Cooks.
They're still not good enough cooks.
Yeah, because now all the best chefs are all men.
All men.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and why is that? Because
I-
women
I-
are just
I-
not good at what they do.
I believe by your
No, they get lazy.
I believe by your way of reasoning,
with me.
you're gonna say something like, in Afghanistan before the Americans came, and allowed women to drive, right? So before they came,
No. Allow women to drive shit. That was Saudi Arabia.
oh, Saudi Arabia. No, but
Women,
but-
no one wants to drive in Afghanistan. How are you going to drive
but no, but can you,
a fucking small Mitsubishi on top of a fucking
but
mountain
wouldn't
range?
it be accurate to say, right, before the Americans came,
Yeah.
traffic accidents due to women drivers was 0. Then after when they came in, it went up 100%.
No, the thing is that traffic
It
accidents
went up by
were,
more than
Sean,
100%.
traffic accidents were at a 0, regardless of gender. Because
Really?
there were no cars.
Yeah, it
that's
was all
true.
camels.
You know what?
Or horseback.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, that was Iraq. Sorry,
The
wrong one.
Toyota Hilux were all terrorist property, government property.
There were no horse. There were more horse accidents, I guess.
There were more
Yeah.
camel and horse
Camel,
accidents.
of course.
Stampede, like, it was more
Yeah.
stampede accidents.
Yeah, it
Yeah
was
lah.
all about that.
Yeah.
Right. So the whole, but yeah, the problem is that the whole idea of let's bring our system to another country
And make it work.
with
Force it to
different
work.
culture, different religion, different outlook on life, and let's force it on to them.
But you,
Yeah.
It's not gonna work.
but you hear how that sounds, right? So you know how ridiculous that sounds. So you also know that when they go in saying those things, they don't believe it. That's why, in our opinion, I guess in suspicion is that was never really the case.
Wait, who didn't believe it?
The Americans that went in,
Dude,
they knew what they
dude.
were going in for, lah. So
Right.
No,
let's just say
you
that
see, the problem is that
it's easy
with,
to use
with
that.
propaganda, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Anything can be accomplished. So number one, your country just got attacked,
Yeah, yeah.
right? Who was the reason behind the attack? Some fucking Saudi Arabian guy. Forget about Saudi Arabia, but he's in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
He's
His
staying
nationality
there.
doesn't matter.
Don't.
It's where
Let's
his
not even talk
allegiance
about it. Let's not talk about it. He's in Afghanistan.
Yep.
Yeah.
We need to go there.
We need to go in.
We need to find that son
And
of
no,
a
wait,
bitch.
wait,
Yeah.
no. Then somebody say, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
How do you know he's in Afghanistan? We have our
Because
sources.
the Saudis tell us.
Yeah.
They're our friends.
We have our sources.
Yeah,
not
our
some-
friends.
We have our sources.
have our
Do
sources.
not question us.
Yeah.
Do not question us.
We are
Yeah,
high-tech surveillance things. We've got agents.
We have
uh,
satellites. We have satellites.
We're America.
Yeah.
America. America #1.
And then it's like, wait, hold on. So if you know where it is, how come you didn't know the attacks were coming? Who's that guy?
Get him out. Get him out of here. Yeah.
Stop being so anti-patriotic, please.
Yeah.
Quiet. Out.
Do not
Out.
question the establishment.
There's a tragedy, man. Did you see the two towers go down?
America #1.
Did you
Yeah.
see them go down? Huh? How can you question this? This is not the time to be focusing
And the
on that.
Pentagon. And the Pentagon.
And
Yeah.
the Pentagon, but it hit the
But
place where
which-
there was nobody there, and it was
No proof of an airplane actually.
Yeah.
Banging into the Pentagon.
you
huh?
too. Get out.
Wait,
Oh, you
which part of the
all-
Pentagon did you hit? The accounting department.
Oh,
why?
and then the day before, Donald
Wait,
Rumsfeld said $2.3 trillion just
Yeah,
went missing.
yeah,
You
went
cannot
missing. And
account
then-
for it.
Yeah. So, you also out. That's not what we have to focus on. We were attacked.
Hang on,
Yeah.
sir. Hang on. But the side of the place where the plane allegedly hit, that was being reinforced by steel a couple of months ago. No.
The C ring, yeah?
no. Shut the fuck up.
What happened to our
Not
air
important,
defense?
not important.
Wait,
Where was the alert?
where are all the plane fragments? that were
It's there.
supposed-
It's there. It's there.
It's
Don't-
there,
don't-
it's there.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Where?
there. It's
But
there.
where?
Somewhere.
But where?
It's in the ground.
Where?
It's in the ground.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
don't have. There
The
isn't-
plane
oh,
hit
no, no,
it
it
so
was-
hard that it fused into the soil.
Oh, yeah.
Fused.
Oh,
Fused
that,
into the
that was
soil.
a Pennsylvania one. That-
And
oh, yeah.
we've heard stories of what happened to our defense. Like,
Oh,
where
NORAD. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
they just stood down that day.
Yeah.
yeah, just had a
They had a
practice
mission. They
at
had a
that one
mission.
point in time, at that
War
moment.
games.
and-
They were having
yeah,
war games.
at
Yeah.
that one moment, at that specific time, and don't question.
They were preparing for
It
war.
was
Yeah.
it was a coincidence that it
We-
just shut down.
when we play games, it's serious.
Exactly.
So don't question. Whenever
Yeah.
we play game, don't question.
Enough with those questions. Let's focus on what we're gonna do. You guys are focusing on the wrong thing.
and Osama only.
Yes.
Osama is our target, and he's to blame for all this. Look, he even sent a message.
Yeah.
And they took the thing is they took responsibility of it.
Yeah.
If they had TikTok then, right, they would have put it on
Posted
TikTok.
it. Yeah.
Posted it on
They
TikTok.
will say
He might have done the
There you
dance.
see, there he uploaded it on September 12th.
Yeah.
There you see
Yeah.
the fella fucking dancing.
Yeah, the guy doing a dance. Yeah. Fuck.
But-
we have to go in.
But I do
Teach
have
him a
to,
lesson.
I do have to admit one thing.
Yeah.
I always found it strange that if they were not responsible for the attacks, right? Why didn't they come out and deny it? That would have hurt America so much more.
The fella has to be alive to deny it.
So let's now let's bring it back. 10 years later, they found him, they shot him, and they buried him at sea.
Yeah.
Bro, no picture at all.
No
bro.
picture. No, maybe.
No, was
Yeah,
there a
no,
video of
sorry.
him like pushing the casket off
there
into the
was
sea or
a
something?
No.
video.
Don't
no,
have a-
no, there was
Bro.
there was camera.
Don't have a-
videos. No, there was, I thought there was a camera.
What casket? What casket?
No casket?
Wasn't that
Zero.
Wasn't that
Uh,
POV?
Zero. No.
Like-
Mayo.
Chest.
Mayo.
Shot one guy. Pop.
No.
You're thinking about the movie Zero Dark 30.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's the movie.
Ah.
They also claim that the intelligence found on capturing Osama bin Laden was received from
Torturing.
torturing fucking prisoners in Abu Ghraib, which is
okay.
completely false.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they killed the guy. They could have said like fuck America and all that kind of nonsense. They killed him because they didn't want him to be a martyr. They buried him at sea.
And something
No
interesting is that
photos. No evidence that they
No,
even killed
nothing.
him.
Yeah.
Nothing.
and Osama's family is apparently a billionaire, right? His father was a
Yeah.
The Bin Laden group.
Bin Laden, construction magnate. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Oh, and
they
then-
they
Saudi
were
Arabia.
the first family to be flown out of the States after the 9/11 attacks. And they were given the full protection of the US government.
Didn't the biggest construction company in Saudi Arabia, right?
Yes.
I believe you guys are focusing on the wrong
Holy
thing. How
shit.
didn't we agree? Saudi's nothing to do with this Saudi Arabia.
Nothing
to do
to do.
whatsoever. Nothing.
No, it's a side tidbit.
Tidbit lah. This one.
It's a
Friendly-
fun
Let's
fact.
not talk ill of our friendly
Yes.
friendly allies.
Yeah.
Correct.
Especially
Qatar, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, and Saudi
The
Arabia. no?
UAE,
Yeah. Those are good guys.
Good guys. Good
Good guys,
guys.
yeah.
Good all round.
Together
guys.
with Israel, lah.
include Bahrain. Yeah.
Bahrain.
Oh, Israel. They are saints.
Israel, yeah, they're brothers. They're brothers.
They're as good as
Brothers.
oil. I mean, good as
As sticky as oil.
as sticky,
As sleek as oil.
tight.
But when you see, it's so weird right now, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Where Israel has gone on for the third booster shot. Not even booster shot. They call it a third vaccine, right?
Right.
So you need to be vaccinated a third time to be considered vaccinated.
Right.
But every other country in the world is not following that.
Right, but there are talks about booster shot after 12 months or something,
No,
right?
Singapore is booster.
Right.
That means you can choose to have it or not.
Right.
But Israel, there's no choice.
You have to do it.
Need to take the third vaccine.
Wow. And
To
it's
be
fine.
that means if there's still a vaccine passport thing happening in Israel,
Yeah,
if you want to go and eat at a restaurant, you need to be vaccinated for the third time.
I
Wow.
see. I see.
So
And-
you're not considered vaccinated with 2 shots.
So if they had
Right.
traced,
And it has to be Pfizer.
so if they had traced together over there, then it'll be
They,
from
no, they
vaccinated
have
go
their
back.
own version. They
Yeah.
have their
so
own
it will go
version.
from vaccinated back to unvaccinated.
Yes.
Ah,
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Holy fuck.
So the Singaporean government, the Australian government, Denmark, the best lah.
Yeah.
No vaccine passports anymore.
Right.
Everything cancelled.
The cops are coming.
we said too much.
Yeah.
We said too much.
So they're 71% vaccinated. Oh, okay. We get rid of all these kind of measures.
Okay.
So they see whether how the society turns.
Right, but
Eh,
can you still travel or not to Denmark and from Denmark?
They will open up lah, but whether
Anyone wants to come?
any other country is
And
going
it's
to
up to the
allow
coun-
you to go there and come back.
It's out to
Without
the other-
quarantine
yeah.
or whatever, that will be a different story.
Yeah.
lah.
Yes.
So they won't quarantine you, but when you travel back to like here,
Yeah.
you have to quarantine.
Can we
yourself
can we just create like a dildo? A small little dildo that we can all stick
Wow,
into
you
each
mean-
other's nose.
lah. Enough for
Or
this.
up our ass. And then we put it into a
He's had
machine
enough.
and tells us whether it's positive or negative.
A dildo? Why a dildo up your?
Because
you said dildo up ass or
or nose. Because
No.
like the fucking cotton bud
actually-
that you go up the nose,
Uh-huh.
right? It's like a dildo, what?
yeah,
But you
yeah.
all you feel is pain.
yeah.
So make it more enjoyable.
So up the ass.
No, you can do it the nose as well, but make it rib. You know, like rib, like with like
Oh,
ribs
like
and stuff. So when you go up the nose, you feel.
No, they're worried that the guy doing it to your nose might enjoy it too
yeah,
much.
you get a little shock lah. You
No,
you get a
I
little
was
shock.
with you with the you were saying dildos, but I thought it was like for guys it'll be like the flashlight kind.
Then you stick it up, but then the
You
guy
will
has to be hard. So you have to get the guy hard first, and then you stick it in.
Then it also
And
depends.
that's unfair because women don't have a penis,
Oh,
so
true.
they can't use a flashlight.
So it's
Don't
always
be
the
sexy, Sean.
Okay.
Here in the Lots of Lobang, we are for equality.
We're for equality.
So
So, it's
it
a
has-
nose, a dildo for the nose.
Yeah, a
With
dildo for the
vibrating
nose or butt
functions?
plug for the butt.
I don't
And
think.
then you just stick it in, you pull it out, and then you put it in the machine and it tells you whether it's positive or negative.
No, because the butt.
Yeah.
With from China, I think the butt is a lot more accurate than the nose.
Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah,
It's
you
more
just have
personal.
it's just whether you're open to it or not.
Yeah. When you tell a girl I want to come in your butt and I tell a girl I want to come in your nostril, I mean, a butt always is yes. A nostril will be like, are you trying to drown me with your semen? It's not going to work.
Is that a knife point or what? That's okay, it's like
Listen to our Breaking Wind podcast
that one will
for,
probably be a knife point.
for references.
Yes, as part
Yeah.
of our tradition, when someone goes out, we have to talk shit about him. But I think we missed that
We,
point.
we missed that point, yeah.
Yeah.
We were talking about butt plugs.
yeah,
Yeah.
as we do. We have
because
to
because you
tradition.
know, like now, the whole thing about COVID now is part of our lives, right? For the
Yeah.
past year and a half. And now doing like PCR tests and ART
it's
tests.
very normal.
You know,
already.
everyone's talking about it. Let's create a way to make it enjoyable.
Nose dildos.
You know, let's create a way to make it fun for people who are doing it, for the people who are administering that test as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So nose
So at least
dildos,
at least
that's what you messed
everyone
up.
will be having fun, and then we carry on for life after that. A little orgasm, and then be like, oh, you're negative. All right, carry on for the day. Go back to your banking job.
Josiah's idea of making testing pleasurable.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
Lobang way.
Yeah, but then you see, if he does that, then he's not going to make any money doing his work.
Oh,
No, I'll patent my shit and then make millions from this. Yeah.
You know, because that won't be adopted.
Why?
Because you're not part of a industrial level company.
Oh, but I've already been vaccinated, and I got a text from Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos saying that Bill Gates has stepped down. Now he's taking a break.
You know,
He wants someone to fill a space.
You know what's the name of the company that is actually producing most of the ART tests right now? It's called Abbott.
Huh?
Abbott.
The
Pharmaceutical company.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So why they want to give you
No,
any opportunity to make money
right.
when they are going to be making money?
Because
And they are telling you,
yeah.
oh, we're going to make it less invasive.
Why are you
No.
shutting him down? I
See,
want to see him propose this to the government.
this is where
Dildos for the nose.
By me telling him this,
Yeah.
it's going to invigorate him, and he's like, I'm going to prove you wrong. I'm going to
Yeah.
do it.
because it's already
You
wrong.
want him to
Before that, right,
reverse,
if you
okay.
encourage him, right, you know, the fire would.
The fire.
It shouldn't be less
You know
invasive.
it.
It should be less invasive. Like all things in life, it should be more invasive for it to be more pleasurable. And that's the lobang way.
No, but it depends on which hole
Yeah.
would it be evasive to.
What about
It's either the nose, the nostrils, or the asshole.
what about
But
double
the
entry?
asshole,
Big
has,
one.
you see, the asshole has not been adopted by almost every other country besides China.
Right.
Ah,
So we can we
So
can we can target the China market first for the anal beads.
yeah.
But China doesn't want more testing.
Right. They don't want
China wants a country that is not infected. They want people to go back to work.
it. Right.
Ah.
They
So-
want the industries to be churning out shit.
How about this? We skewer the test to always show a negative result. That way, when we sell it, right, anyone who use it will be negative, and they also get a little orgasm when
Bro,
you
that's
goes
the
up
thing.
the ass.
That's the thing. All the politicians are now,
Yeah.
most likely, all their tests are all skewed towards negative.
Right.
Ho-
And we shouldn't be saying this. On the
Hold on,
podcast.
hold on, because I just want to go back to what he just said. All once I make
Lim
all
Wei
the,
Ming, Lim Wei
yeah,
Ming.
all the tests negative, and we're just gonna stick the things up the nose for pleasure. You're actually just really selling a dildo, a nose dildo.
Maybe I am.
double
maybe I
entry.
am.
One goes in the mouth, one goes up the nose at the same time.
But we should make full use of this whole COVID shit to sell a new product, market it as a new product, but actually it's the same thing.
Like how
Yeah,
people sell
it's just a
masks.
dildo.
It's just a
Oh,
dildo.
butt plug.
Not even dildo. It's just literally it's just choking, restricting airflow while you're about to have an orgasm.
it's-
So
yeah.
it's going to
It's
make
for
it more
foreplay.
pleasurable.
It's for
Oh,
foreplay.
dude,
It's
you
foreplay.
know, we should create a butt plug, right, with the stopper in the shape of a virus, with the spike
Oh,
protein.
the spikes, yeah.
That would be amazing, dude. We should do that.
You have one, the normal one. You call it normal, and then you have one, the reverse one, which is extreme.
No, but you see, usually, right, those kind of, the ones with the ribs, the rib dildo and all, that's usually for the pussy.
Right. The butt plug is usually smooth, lah.
The butt plug is usually smooth.
Yeah, that's why I
because-
call it
Because the
that-
anal
that-
tissue is softer.
That's why I call it
Yes.
extreme.
you can't
That's why
tear
it's
the anal
extreme.
tissue.
And, the women's pussy is usually so desensitized.
Yeah. From all
That-
the pounding.
All the pounding. That
Yeah.
No, it's very resilient, right?
Yeah. Because the baby have to push through that shit, lah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right? So you need some other ways of actually like saying that there's something going inside.
Right. What if we create a virus dildo? So the dildo itself is the shape of a virus with the spikes and everything, and then
Oh, the imaginary virus?
yeah,
Yeah,
imaginary
the
virus.
So
spike
like-
proteins.
yeah. Maybe we
Symbolic,
can just
ah.
No, but
elongate
that-
it. We can
no,
elongate
that,
it.
That exists already.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is it green in color?
Yeah, most of them. It's luminous green
Oh,
with like
shit.
yeah.
God damn it.
To represent how COVID's fucking you.
Yeah, exactly. When you lose your job from COVID,
Not even COVID. lah.
when
just
you
the
get
virus,
when,
lah.
when you
How-
lose when you lose your job, when your wife leaves you, that's when you buy that fucking dildo and then you just shove it up your ass.
Wow.
Be like, yeah, how COVID fucked me.
Images of all viruses that
Yeah.
are usually shown on television, on newspapers, and all, they're all imaginary.
Yeah,
It's all computer CG.
it's all
stuff.
created.
Yeah, it's all created.
It's all
This
created.
moves into zones outside our areas. How there's another way to cover it now. Everything is imaginary.
Yeah, reality is a suggestion.
No,
Suggestion.
reality is a
We're all in
suggestion
the matrix.
when it comes to all these kind of pseudo scientific things lah.
Yeah.
We're all in the
Like there are true realities,
Yes.
like the Many Saints of Newark. That's going to be a great movie. I can already tell.
No.
Yeah. You can sense it in your bones.
The protege, the fucking offspring of James Gandolfini is in it.
Yeah.
The Matrix Law.
It's definitely going to be good. David Chase, the legendary director, has
Right.
come back with
A vengeance.
a vengeance. It's like, oh, The Sopranos was fucking cult classic.
Yeah.
Massive shit.
Let's remake that
Almost
shit.
every
Not
season,
remake, prequel.
every season won an Emmy.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah,
I'll be surprised if it didn't.
it was crazy.
Yeah.
So we are all waiting for that, and quite a number of people are also waiting for the new Matrix to come
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Matrix.
I'm waiting for the Matrix to shine a light on reality.
I doubt.
Yeah.
I doubt. It's
Maybe
gonna
the
be doing
Matrix
that.
is gonna open my eyes to be like, this is all just alien projection.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is all unreal.
Everything is the Matrix.
Yeah, exactly. We're all in a VR landscape, and some alien asshole is there playing games with us.
Yeah. For some reason in this Matrix, the robotic assholes decide to introduce 70 other pronouncers, I guess.
Yeah, and they
Just
decide to
fuck
create
with
a
us.
lots of lobang.
There-
Yeah, one
there
of them is Indian, one of them is Jewish, one of them is Chindian.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, let's create a lot of lobang.
We could
Just
be
for
the-
laughs.
We could actually be the outlier, so better be prepared to be purged.
Yeah. Alright, should we?
On that note of perjury,
Perjury. Yep.
thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching, listening. Check out patreon.com/lots of lobang. And
And-
purge your asshole.
Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
Yeah. Have an
Wow.
enema.
We're on so many
All on the
places.
same thing. Lots of lobang.
Ciao.
Ciao.